Opinionated. You feel like
what's the name of this show?
You feel
Opinionated as fuck.
What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy Felix G. I'm back with Opinionated as fuck. Another episode. I got my boy Waller with me. We got ties, man. We been knowing each other for a good minute. And I want to let you know right now, Waller, bro, I appreciate you being on here, bro. Like I really do, bro.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, man. I appreciate y'all giving me the invite. Like you said, man, we got ties, man. We both been doing our thing, and it's nice to link back up, man, and do something together. So it's real, man.
Get him some. Get him some.
Like
You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. I got my girl Journey with me.
Y'all already know.
Anything you want to let them know, Journey?
Nothing.
And not so over there, look. You see him over there in that corner?
Yeah, I see.
You see him?
Yeah.
I got my boy Tay Rich.
Tay.
No longer humble.
My
No
dog.
longer
Yes,
humble.
sir.
See, been rocking with him since what? PPE?
Yeah.
Before then? Oh. Okay.
Real ones up there. On here.
Okay.
You already know. You already know. All right, man. So before we start anything, man, No Longer Humble bringing the athlete of the month. And what athlete of the month is we see athletes doing their thing, they grinding, they staying on top of it, just giving it their all, blood, sweat, and tears, and we want to honor those people for what they do. So that's No Longer Humble, incorporated with Opinionated as fuck and Paper Over Cloud. Shout out my boy AD, man. He ain't on the camera right now, but y'all know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
AD got the sauce.
Facts. I want to pass the mic to Tay Rich because I want him to explain why Waller the first over anybody.
Oh, man, that's easy, man. No longer humble the brand for one. But me and Waller go way back, and it's just everything I know about him. He's a walking message at this moment. This man is literally a walking brand, spreading number of positivity and motivation. You can follow him on his IG page. He'll give you that in a minute. Man, everything he do is you can't do nothing but love it. No longer humble. He's not hiding his hard work and dedication. He's showing it to you, putting it in your face. He's showing you how he practiced, his sparring matches, and his winnings. Man, this man goated. It only made sense. You know what I mean?
Facts.
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 Yeah.
So you got that No Longer Humble on right now, man. That it's right
That
though.
pink,
Yeah,
though,
I
I ain't
gonna
even
lie, it's hard. I ain't know
What
what
it
it
say?
gonna
This
look
that
like,
splash.
but
This
look,
that
man,
splash.
It's
You
that
feel me?
They got me right. They got me right, yeah.
So can I ask you a question though?
What's up, man?
What No Longer Humble mean to you?
Man, so I just had a conversation before we walked in here with Tay Rich about it, and you know, talking about the brand, and he talked about a lot of athletes and how they can be humble in character, but how behind closed doors, you know, I can relate to the pain, the suffering, and the hard work. And when you get under the limelights, really going out there and showing people everything you put in.
Right.
And when I'm under the limelights, man, like the way I perform, the way I move, the way I do everything is to let people know I worked hard for it. And even if I get on the microphone and I let people know like I'm humble and I'm all about, you know, doing things the right way, it's still the way I perform is to let people know I grind for this. And that's really what the brand means to me. It's like, you know, I started from humble beginnings, but when it's my turn, like I'm gonna let y'all know it's my turn. I'm gonna dominate. I'm gonna perform.
Talk
and
that
I'ma
talk.
show
Talk
y'all.
that shit.
So it
Talk
really
that
resonates
talk.
like
Talk that
with
shit.
the dark places. You know what I mean? You gotta
Facts.
grind to get it, man.
Facts.
So
Facts.
That's what
Gotta
it means
take
to
it
me,
there
man.
sometime.
Got to.
That's what it means. Yeah, for
Hey.
sure.
Well, listen,
Yeah.
bro. Like I said before, I said again, you are truly appreciated, bro, for everything
man.
you do.
Thank
Not even just being here, bro. Just giving people something to look at and look up to. You know what I'm saying? The kids and your peers. You know what I'm saying? People you went to school with. Sometimes they give other people that push they need. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
When
yeah,
they
for
when they
sure.
click
Yeah,
on your
yeah.
page and they see stuff, they might was gonna be lazy today, but then they see you do something. You're like, you know what? I'm going to get up today, man.
Yeah.
I gotta do something, man. This man get up. You'll put up a picture of you working, and then you'll go put up another picture or video of you in the gym that same day.
Got to.
Somebody looking at that like, damn, man, what the fuck I'm doing myself, bro?
Yeah, for sure.
You
I'm
know
on
what
number
I'm
two.
saying?
I'm on
Yeah.
number two, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Being able to motivate people and when I see the people that watch my transition, because y'all know I made a dramatic change. You know what I'm saying, from where I started at.
Definitely.
And when the people that saw that transition firsthand, they tell me how proud of me they are and how it motivate them, you know, to go in and do something great. It's priceless, bro. So
Fast. So we finna get into this, y'all. So, you know, I tell
been
everybody, this ain't no interview. This ain't no interview platform. We're gonna talk shit on this podcast.
We gonna speak our
We're
mind.
gonna speak our mind on this podcast.
Okay.
Respectfully.
The name is Opinionated as Fuck for a reason. I don't want to hear what everybody else want to hear. I want to hear what everybody don't want to hear. So with that, well, I got to throw that out there. I got to let you know I want everybody. That's what this is about, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna have these
Disclaimer.
opinions. We're gonna talk shit, and we're gonna get up, doubt, and still be partners at the end of the day. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But you know, Journey says she got some questions for you, so I'm gonna let her get those out because you know we're gonna talk some shit.
He
bro.
got
You know
the
what
real
I'm
heat.
saying?
So the first question is how you came up with Walla? Where did that come from?
Oh man.
Because I was like Walla. How you spell it? WALA. Oh, okay.
WALLA, man. It's a few different ways it ended up sticking, like, but ultimately, one of my homeboys, Red, you know, he was y'all know Red. If you know Red, y'all really know me.
Very
But
sneaky, man.
yeah, man, we used to always mess around with each other, and it was one day where they started calling me like Koala, but I ended up wanting to rap at one point, and I needed a rap name, so Koala turned into K-Walla, which is also ironic because my homeboy Koala and DFG and all that.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know,
Shout out them.
Yeah, so I started going by K-Walla when I was trying to rap. And then eventually when I stopped rapping, everybody was just calling me Walla. They just dropped the K and everybody was calling me Walla. And at that point, you know, that's who I was. You know, everybody that knows me from back when I was young wanted to be a rapper, and you know what I mean, when we linked up with all the guys and was doing all the nonsense, you know, everybody knew me as Walla. So if they call me Walla, they know me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out K Waller, man.
No, I don't be rapping
You
no
don't
more.
be
I
rapping?
transitioned to making beats, and man, that's really where I was able to provide some value to my team. I was making some decent beats, man. And,
Okay. You still may be?
man, nah. I gave it up when I started fighting. Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. You got some more questions? I got some more.
Come on, cause I told you what
I
I'm
think-
getting into.
Oh,
I'm sharing this moment right now.
Did I see they call you the machine?
Yeah, that's right.
Talk to him.
Man, so to be honest, like, you know, my fight name, like, you know, with nicknames, you ain't supposed to give them to yourself. So
Facts.
like my camp gave me that name. I was going into my first fight, and they was like, man, we know what your name should be. They was like, you know, Malcolm the Machine Wellmaker, and I ain't really like it at first, right? You know, but I ended up, you know, becoming known as the guy that just works day in.
That's
and
what
day
I
out.
took from that shit.
Yeah,
You
like
put in that work.
like I grind so hard,
Yeah.
like truly, like in there when everybody leaves, I'm locking up the gym, and on weekends, like I'm doing conditioning, whether I got a fight coming up or not, I'm running in the rain, like I'm doing all the nasty, grimy stuff, and it's
Yeah.
like, you know, cardio is something that I pride myself on, and so the machine just ended up, you know, working out perfect.
I like that.
It stuck and it made sense.
Oh yeah, it was the stars aligning. It's right.
When I read it, I said Malcolm the Machine Wellmaker.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how I said it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's how it's supposed to ring, just like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Facts. That's all I got right now.
That's
Those
good.
were those
Okay.
are main two.
All right. So I'm finna get into it, man. All right. First off, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this question, and it's finna lead into where I'm going with this. Why MMA?
Good question.
Man, I just wanted to get in shape. I didn't get into it to compete. I didn't get into it to, you know, become an athlete. I was skinny all my life, you know, growing up in high school and stuff like that. Well, I started getting older. Lifestyle was catching up to me. I was starting to get a belly. My face was starting to look a little bit different. And at the time, I knew somebody who was doing MMA. And so I asked him, I was like, man, you know, can I come up to the gym with you instead of going and, like, you know, pumping iron in the gym, like, you know, get active and learn to defend myself and stuff like that. And it really was just like coincidence that I ended up falling into, you know, the sport. And then even with the gym that I went to, the school that I went to, because the same people who picked me up from zero experience are the people I'm still rocking with today. And
Shout out them.
I don't even think I would have made it as far as I did if I didn't go to that particular school at that particular time. Like it was all
Bless
like
you.
perfect,
you.
bro.
I got
Perfect,
you.
bro.
I
It was
got
all
you.
perfect. So I didn't choose MMA. Like it really chose me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So with it being MMA, right? So there's a lot of sticklers to the MMA, UFC, all of those type of fights, hardcore fighting is what I like to call it, right? You know, bare hands, bare knuckles. A lot of people are against it. Like, you know, we was talking earlier, you know, it's like the barbarian sport. Like, they're
right,
going to
right,
kill each other. How do you feel about people who are against it? do you feel like it's just a misunderstanding, or they not giving it a chance, or it's somewhat barbaric?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's one of those things that take time for people to get used to, because it's relatively a new sport, especially compared to boxing. Like, boxing has been established as the combat sport, you know, and has been around long enough for everybody to be used to. But MMA, you know, you brought in all these crazy submissions and raw elbows, and, you know, you splitting people's faces open with shins. So
them kicks.
Yeah, so I think it just took time for people to become accustomed to it and look at it as an actual sport, you know, a professional sport. But I think that's all it is. Just it takes time for people to get used to it.
So you don't think that it gives off no bad vibe to violence?
I mean, it depends, because I know a lot of people who look at, you know, competition as far as MMA as like violence, you know, bringing the pain, like I'm going to war. But I mean, it is what you make it, because to me, when I go in, it's not emotional at all for me. It's not violent at all for me. It's just simply me performing and being the better athlete. You know what I mean? So I think it's the frame you look at it in. And slowly but surely, the most popular frame is going from it being a violent sport to it being a sport of profession, just like boxing is. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's what's up.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. You watch some of the highest level strikers, like Anderson Silva, of course. Like, if you watch some of his stuff, just the way he moves, his, you know what I mean? His vision,
Fuck the little white boy Paul.
Yo, hey man, he is such a controversial person. But I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, bruh.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let you get that out.
He doing big things, man.
So
he doing big
you
things.
know why I say fuck him? It ain't nothing bad. I'm gonna say that just because everybody else said it. That's why I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But as a businessman, I respect him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got to.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know. You say what? Now? Fact. Yeah, you gotta respect it. I like what he doing. If it's working, don't break it, for one. Then number two, he's smart. He found something that he's not that good at. I mean, he's okay, but compared, no, what I'm saying is to the. Come on.
Get in that ring with him.
I ain't gonna do it. Then I just say I respect him.
It's an art at the end of the day.
I'm not saying what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, compared to the people that he's trying to, that we are putting him against, or he want to go against, what we consider him not good as them, right? They're better than him, right? So he found something that worked with him. Okay, you think he better than me? Put me in the ring with him. Now we already know that the rules change depending on what they doing or whatever. So he already know he got an advantage. They can't do everything that they do in that regular ring.
Correct. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
It worked for him.
Yeah.
But I'm saying fuck him because it's still him. Fuck him.
Yeah, I hated seeing Anderson Silva lose.
What's up,
man?
We got a question.
Do y'all feel like celebrities are messing up the fighting culture though in a sense?
They're not messing it up. They capitalizing, but they
They
are turning it into a circus.
So it's
I don't think it's taking that serious for it to be messing
the reason
it up.
why I'm sorry.
Do y'all not think they still doing it as an art?
You saying like are the celebrities? Should they still be respected in the same sense as the people
not all
that
of
Yeah,
them.
like is it correct?
Not all of them. No,
Is
some
it out there being
someone just
sloppy and
Nah, because they got to train. They got to understand the sport. They got
some
to
of them is
perform.
just a check
Right.
though.
Yeah.
Like when I seen that blue face shit, man, come on.
Listen though,
That shit was
when
just
we
a
say
check.
art,
serious,
Come on,
is
man.
it still entertainment?
Absolutely, no doubt about it. That's why it's making money. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So
If
it
they
don't make
see
sense
it.
for a celebrity to do it. What is
I
a
guess
celebrity
the different the
'Cause I'm finna get
difference
to you.
is the difference is the celebrities are making the money not because
So-
of the work they put in and building their career, but because of the status they did in other places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say it like this, right? That's just like I can't rap worth of shit, but everybody who do music in this room got some type of fan base and got a following, right? So I might just do it because I want what y'all want. You see what I'm saying? I might can get somebody to write a rap for me and do it, but that don't mean that it's an art for me. It's just I want what them other people have. It's not an art for me. I'm not looking at it as an art. Cause you're gonna take
a song that somebody written. That's why Drake the GOAT.
Listen, what I'm saying though. What I'm saying is, even if I try to do it myself, what I'm saying is my reasons for doing it. It makes it not an art. When it's art to you, you're gonna take your time with it. You're gonna put your effort into it. You got artists jumping in the ring, ain't do no training, no nothing.
So if the
they just
passion not
waiting.
behind it, you don't respect it as an art, basically.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. If the passion not behind it, I don't respect it as art.
So you saying Waller? I'm gonna give Waller for example. when he get to this UFC and he get the professional mode all the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that it for Waller? He only a UFC fighter. Waller can't do nothing else under the sun.
It's what what I said was the passion he put behind it. The passion he put. If he want to if he want to go be a basketball player, and he put that time to be a basketball player, he trained the same way he trained to do that. I'm gonna be behind it. I'm gonna respect it. But if he just say, "Yeah, I'm gonna play ball," and don't put that work in to play ball,
that's what I said.
It's plenty of niggas with 2K players.
Entertainment. It's hard. They go hand in hand.
Do you expect to win, though?
Bro, I would let Drake do a drawing contest for me, nigga.
I'm not knocking it.
You see the money and the notoriety, but then
Not even that.
art, I won't respect it.
I'm not gonna respect that as art
That's crazy.
because there's no passion behind it. It's nothing that you really want to do.
Okay, Waller, you can fight. Then, we gonna put Drake in front of Waller in prize fight.
Now, if Drake say give me a year.
Is you against that, Waller?
No, listen, not
No
against
coach
it.
come to you and say you about to fight Drake. Is you against?
You already know what time it is.
He gonna do it, but that's not. But listen, but this is what I'm saying, right? If they say you against Drake, right, and Drake say give me a year and a half to train, and he train, you gonna respect him more than he just say shit. Next week put it on, cause that's what I'm saying.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's what you do behind the scenes for what you gonna do in front of that camera. If he say, yo, I want to fight him, but give me a year and a half to train, I'm gonna respect that. I might say shit. Drake might come with something. You know what I'm saying?
This is my question though. So at this point, how long has Jake Paul been boxing and training on a serious level?
But he have. But I said I respect him though. I said I respect. I did say I respect him. I said fuck him because everybody else say fuck him, right?
When you look at what he's doing as art.
Him, yeah, I respect.
Okay, all right, well, cool then.
When I respect you, that means I can acknowledge what you're doing. I acknowledge everything you're doing. I might not do it that way, but if I respect you, I understand you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I still can say fuck you though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand why you crying because I cheated on you, but guess what? I'm gonna do it again. I got empathy, maybe not sympathy. You feel me?
But I want to take this moment to do a drug-free thing, man. You know what I mean?
Come on.
My boy really used to smoke cigarettes. Talk about it.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Talk about it.
We had to make sure there wasn't
drug
no
free, by the
smoking
way.
involved, man.
They asked me where I wanted to go, and they told me, some places we smoke, some we don't. I was like, well, let's go somewhere that we don't smoke. But what a lot of people don't know, man, it's so crazy, man. Bruh, I smoked cigarettes for like a long time. I started smoking when I was like 13, 14. When I say smoking,
Teach me how to
cigarettes
stop,
pack a day or better.
What?
Easy. Like, I'm talking about, without a doubt, my reputation was the guy that always got cigarettes. Newports, 100s, all day. If anybody needed to bum one, I had it. You know what I'm saying? And I smoked relentlessly for 7 years before I got into MMA. I couldn't run a mile without having to stop because I was finna pass out. Like I remember we do the amphitheater workout I did today. We did that same workout when I first got into MMA. The first 5 times I threw up and I didn't finish. And like today, like I finished before everybody. Like, and it's only been like 5 or 6 years. Like, and my lungs have recovered. I didn't think it was possible. Like it's insane. Like I don't know, bro.
Where you get the willpower to do that? I'm trying to stop, man. But I ain't trying to work out either though. So
Say no to drugs.
I'm trying to work out.
Say no, man.
Oh, I got another one.
But the good news is you can recover from it. Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You doing a fitness program?
Yes, I am.
All right,
Yeah,
talk about that.
All right, so as of recently, man, so I've always tried different, entrepreneurial endeavors, and one that a lot of people believe that I should have done for a while is get into fitness because it's something that I made a huge turnaround in my life with, and I've helped other people make huge turnarounds in their life with. And so as of recently, I was like, man, let me try the fitness avenue. And so I got a hold of some mentors and I talked to some people that actually do the online fitness training and provide a quality product, like get real results from their clients. And man, for the past month, I have spent every free hour I've had building a program, learning nutrition, everything accountability, like every in and out, learning macro, micronutrients to be able to help somebody reach their fitness goals. I've put in the work to be able to provide that service to people. So as of now, Train with Waller, my fitness program is up and running. So get at me, man.
I'm gonna have to call you.
We're gonna have to get all the information on that so I can put that on the.
That's
You
a
like,
bet. Yeah,
put it like right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
yeah, that's bad. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
definitely. You know,
I appreciate that.
so with working out, right? And you gotta have discipline. What's the hardest part about working out? Is it the getting up or is it to keep going?
It's the hardest part is starting. Like, and when I say starting, like literally that workout for that day. Like forcing yourself after you got off work, you tired. It's the third, fourth day in a row, and it's like, man, I bust my ass at work because I'm in construction, bro.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
see what
like,
you do, yeah.
and it's literally days I work 14 hours, and I'll go to the gym by myself, and I'll work that bag, and I'm not just like moving around, like I'm in there busting my ass, like because it's the principle. But it's like the hardest part is getting in the gym. Like once I get going, bro, it's nothing. Once I flip the switch, it's nothing. Afterwards, I feel fantastic every time. I'm glad I did it. But like making the decision to do it and following through with it is the hardest part, day in and day out.
It's the consistency for me. I can't stay consistent.
That's the hardest part.
How you feel about people who work out and got
And
1,000
still be
cheat?
fat?
Not even that, but still, you know, like not really taking it serious. You know, you work. Oh, I want to lose weight. Or I want to get. You know, and here I put myself in there because I work out. Like I got my little things that I do at home.
Yeah.
But it's not that
That
too
cons-
much. It's not too much. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But you got those people who don't. They working out, but then they still eating a certain type of way.
Right.
They go Monday, Tuesday, but then they like, oh, I'll go next week. You know, how do you feel about those people?
It's
Not how you feel about
right.
them, but the
But
whole
that scenario,
Yeah.
right? So like this, this is where my mind goes when I think about it. But man, I know a lot of people that was talented artists when it comes to the music, bro. And the reason that I feel like they didn't see the success that they should have was because lack of consistency and putting out material and constant work. Like if you want to be a rapper, if you want to be a YouTuber, you want to be a gamer, you got to work day in and day out like everything else you want to be successful.
Yeah,
in.
that's fact.
And fitness is the same way.
You know what I
if
think that
wanna
is,
be
too?
in shape, bro, I have to do the work. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
Day in and day
definitely.
out. You know, it's no different than any other type of endeavor that you want to be successful in.
You know what I think that be too? I think people look for other people. My fault.
You good, G?
I think people look for other people to believe in them more than they believe in themselves. I
That's
think
a word.
sometimes that's why people be inconsistent that way because they feel like, well, they don't believe in me. But it shouldn't matter. Most people waiting for somebody else to believe in them before they believe in themselves. And I think that's a lot of times, especially with music, like the inconsistency come from because I see artists now where they'll drop a song, they be happy, then they'll die down, you don't hear nothing else from them. Then everybody else start dropping songs and people's dropping videos, and then now they like, oh, I want to go drop a video. I want to.
Yeah.
You can't wait in life for nobody else to tell you you got it. If you believe you got it, go for it. Me personally,
You did? Yeah. Oh, yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking it. Keep going,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Keep
Like,
going. Yeah.
it don't matter. I get told all the time, you talk too much. I don't give a fuck.
right.
You know what I did? Shit, if I talk that much, give me some mics and a camera and we're going to start a show.
Feel me?
I'm going to make it work for me. You feel me?
What is Steve Harvey famous for, y'all?
Talking.
Okay, bro.
He's the best talker in the world, man.
Until they met me.
Okay.
No longer humble, boy.
Heard.
No, yeah, okay. Let me
Heard.
You know what
I
I'm
like
saying?
that. Yeah.
Until they met me. You feel me? So that's word. I'm saying this to the camera now. That's word. Anybody who watching this child, adult, parent, grandparent, don't wait for somebody to tell you can't do it. If you think you can, if you put in your head, every action starts with a thought. And if you can think it, you can do it. Fuck what anybody else got to say. Like, that's just being for real. Fuck them. Like, dead ass. You know? So we're going to get back to Waller, though, because I ain't trying to preach, but that's just something that need to be said.
real,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Got to have a
You
moment.
know? Also,
Get out of here, Phillips.
I got you.
My guy.
It was good seeing you, my boy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know, so, but also, man, going back into some of the things about MMA life, I want to talk about fans, man. I want to talk about how have your following, I don't even want to call them fans, how have the following or the relationships with different people, has it gotten better? Has it dropped since you've been, because, bro, you a success story. You are a lot for Augusta. Like, my cousin actually went to one of your fights and he got to meet you. And he's like, yo, I didn't think he'll be like that. I think he went to the one y'all had was it in Atlanta? I can't remember where it was at.
I done fought in Atlanta quite a bit of times.
Yeah.
So it probably was Atlanta.
Yeah, and he was just saying like, oh, I didn't even know he was from Augusta until they said it. Like, he didn't know. So with that being said, the people who do know you from Augusta, do you? How is that? I don't want to call them fans. They're kind of, you know what I'm saying, but supporters. How has your support went up? Even not just the support, the relationships. Like, do some people feel like you done turned, you knew, you know what I'm saying? Has that been? How is all of that?
Nah, man. To be honest with you, man. As I've progressed in my career, my support system has increased tremendously, and honestly, a lot of them are cool with understanding that I can only be there for them in a limited capacity with everything that I'm doing now. Like, I'm almost surprised at how understanding the people are that support me. But I think a lot of them know me on a personal basis because I try to keep it personal when I meet people. Like, and that's probably what your people was talking about when you met me. Like, I try to keep it real. I try to be organic with them and honest with them. And I just think that it pays back because they understand that, like, you know, I'm doing something that I'm being true to, and I'm trying to be, you know, real with my supporters. You know what I'm saying?
So with everything you got going on, how relationships work for you, man? If you don't mind me asking.
Man, I was in a real committed relationship for a while, man, and it worked good. You know, it was straight, but you know, it fell off, and now it's just like, now that I'm not committed to nobody, I'm just focusing on the grind. You know,
I feel you.
That's where I'm at right now.
Facts. So
I got my head down.
So even with that, so we talk. So a lot of times, conversations outside the camera, right? We always have this conversation like with artists. Well, I done dated female rappers. I hate it. Right? I hate it, right? Yeah. I hate dating. It's not that I don't believe in none of that, but I don't want to hear your song every morning when you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, facts.
Baby, I know all the words to it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you feel like doing what you're doing is hard to be in a relationship because maybe they don't believe in you the way you do?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I've talked to a female that hasn't believed in my potential. I think them believing in my potential is most of the time why the girls I talk to mess with me. Like,
That's
just to
dope.
be honest
I can
with
believe
you,
that.
know, because,
yeah, definitely.
like, it's crazy because as of recently, man, I just started believing in my potential as much as everybody else. Like, a lot of other people was telling me
like
I was going to the UFC before I was even a pro, and I'm just like, you know,
I seen your face, bro. I ain't gonna lie, you. Yeah, machine is the right. Like, there, since I watch, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, be handling business. Like, I done seen him. Like, oh, hold on, wait, he got him off his pivot. Wait, and then next thing you know, Waller coming through and just
hit him with a.
it's over with.
And take him out. And you like, bro, I didn't even see that coming. You know how sometimes you can watch a fight and you know their next move and you know, like, oh, he finna come back. Sometimes like, oh shit, hold on, wait, because you know I was catching him pre-recorded when he loaded him up and stuff. Right. So then I be like, damn, hold up, damn, he finna get him. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it catch y'all. So I can see why people say that, and I mean that's raw talent though. That's kind of like, you had to train, but that talent was already there. You just need to take a couple layers of clothes off. You know what I'm saying? Right, so you can get loose, so you can be who you are. So you know, so that definitely, you know, but. Even with, so do you think you'll ever get to a point where you'll open up your own school?
Man, so the school that I'm a part of now, like, I want to build it, you know, like, this is another thing I say all the time, but like the school that picked me up, man, they like family to me for real. Thanks. Like, they've been there for me in times outside of that cage more than times in the cage. And had they not been there for me, I don't think I could trust them as much as I do with my career. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they tell me, like, we got an opponent for this date, are you free? I don't ask the record. I don't ask the style. I don't ask nothing. I say, yeah, and I'm going to do what they tell me to do, right? And because of that and the relationship and love I got for them, like, me making it to the UFC and putting them in my corner in Venom sweatsuits, like, that mean as much to me as me being in that limelight, if not more. Like, bringing the glory to the people that I couldn't have did it without. You know what I'm saying?
So when you say school, because I don't know too much about MMA, so when you say school, what's that? What we talking about?
I'm talking about my gym. So our gym, our gym's name is Fagler Kempo Karate School because it's an old school gym. You know, they started back in the 90s and they started with teaching Kempo Karate. Okay. But the two oldest sons, Jake and Alex, they started competing MMA when it was still like the Wild West, when it was like everybody was like, that's a raw, sport,
Too raw,
unregulated,
yeah.
and they was out there fighting, not knowing no jujitsu, not doing nothing. They was just getting in there swinging. You know what I'm saying? And so
Backyard brawl,
yeah,
man.
at that point they was still training karate, like hi-ya, you know what I'm saying? But they was doing MMA and having success. So over the course of time, through their competition years, they started actually learning MMA as the sport started to progress. So they started learning jiu-jitsu, they started learning wrestling, they started learning actual boxing and incorporating it into a real system. Yeah. And today, even though we go by Fagulous Kempo Karate School, we're really an MMA academy. Like all of our training is centered around the sport.
So what's the difference between UFC and MMA? Is it just like the NCAA and UFC, or is it something different about them?
So yeah, MMA is just the sport of mixed martial arts, right? Okay. But the UFC is the organization. Like you got the UFC, you got Bellator, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got ONE FC.
I got you.
Like how I'm fighting for people like Icon FC, like Icon Fighting Championship. Like it's just the different organizations you can compete for. And UFC has the most status. Like UFC is like, if you get to the UFC, you got respect.
That's
you know
what's up.
So is and this is for, I'm asking these type of questions now because I want, maybe kids that want to get into this, or other people want to get into it. Is MMA profitable, or is it really strictly on the UFC side?
When you're talking about, because listen, man, I know guys that box that ain't never been on TV, but they get in the bag. You know what I'm saying? But I know MMA fighters that been competing professionally and have double-digit wins, and they still seeing $2-3 grand a fight. Still working a regular job and doing overtime, making ends meet. When it comes to MMA, there's a small percentage of guys that get a bag, and then that percentage of guys, the bag they getting ain't Conor McGregor fought Floyd and made more than his career in one fight. His whole collective MMA career, he outdid it in one fight with Floyd in boxing. It's not even comparable to the type of money that we make.
Wow. So I was getting on that because I remember when UFC first really came about. I remember there was a lot of going on because I think at one point they didn't have no sponsors. Then they got Monster to sponsor them, and I think they were saying like at the most, they top fighters was maybe getting $100,000 a year. That's no money, and this was some years ago. So I don't know if it. Yeah, I know it done changed.
It got way
now.
Bigger for sure now, but like one of the big things with the UFC is that they have like fighter uniforms, so everybody wears Venom. And on those Venom shorts and uniforms and corner outfits and everything, they can't have no personal sponsors. So they can't do business with people and sell that advertisement that you get a real big bag from. You know what I mean? Other organizations, though, you can do that. Like boxers, you see Canelo Alvarez with Hennessy on his shorts. Imagine the bag he getting off that, right? Yeah, you ain't doing that in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like,
is that a way they kind of control you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see where I'm going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So is that a frustration for you?
Not really, because even though like ultimately I want the money, like MMA is a means for me to get to the next level financially, right? Like the UFC is just a means for me to get to the next level financially. I'm gonna get them M's. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get into it for the money, but when I got into it, it's become an opportunity for me to make money that I can then take that capital.
And you got to seize that opportunity.
Correct. Yeah, so it's all good.
I never agreed with the fact that like, to me, they take the most beating, and I get it. It takes brutal, time. Yeah. It takes time for people to get catch on to it, and fans got to learn it. And, I get that. You know what I'm saying? But it just was like, damn, like they really paying these guys $100,000 a year.
Crumbs compared to what the big
dogs
crumbs.
That's crumbs. Like MLB player, a baseball player is millionaires just off their sponsors. You know what I mean?
When you start thinking about the fact that we are professional athletes the same way like LeBron and them is. Yeah. And you got them punching the clock like real overtime hours to make ends meet. It's almost insane to think about. I mean, I understand the sports are different. The way the business works, the nuts and bolts of the business is different. But it's still crazy to think that.
Could you ever see yourself getting into wrestling?
I don't know, man. That would definitely be after my physical prime, and it would have to be a lot, very, very nice opportunity for me to take that.
What about boxing?
Maybe like a super fight, but like I'm not a boxer though. You know what I'm saying? Like I got hands for an MMA guy, but boxing is a different sport, and I respect it. I respect it. Like I admire good boxers. Like I respect it.
Yeah, I was a big wrestling fan, right? Yeah. And you know who my first, and this was
Who was your
90s, early
favorite?
20, early 2000,
Same.
late 90s. My favorite wrestler was Ken Shamrock, and that's where I got introduced to UFC at.
Okay.
This is when UFC wasn't at $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
This is when like they was doing it for fun. Somebody might put in their backyard, or they might, you know what I'm saying, get enough money
Yeah.
to get
Fighting
a
3-4 times in a night.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
I heard about
that's
that.
when I got. And this way, like I say, late 90s, early 2000s. And I'm gonna be real with you. My first time, like, this when YouTube started getting big. You can go start finding people. I typed in Ken Shamrock, UFC fighting. And I was like, yo, because I wanted to be a wrestler. I wanted to be a wrestler when I was growing up.
Really?
But by Ken Shamrock being my favorite wrestler, I was like, well, I'm going to do what he did. And I seen that shit. And I'm going to tell you, I got to high school. And, you know, they had a UFC academy in Evans.
Okay.
And I seen all them big white boys in there. and I was like, oh, hell no. Nah. Because I watched the video, then I'm like, maybe that's just that. You know, I'm going to go try, like. And I seen them. I'm like, oh, hell no, this shit ain't for me. I lost all my wrestling dreams right there. Everything. Like, it wasn't meant for me, man. Like, because it's rules now with MMA fighting and UFC. It's certain things. Back then, it wasn't no rules. You might see a nigga get an elbow to the eyeball 30 times.
They could do anything.
They just let it go.
They do anything.
Like, so I was like, yeah, that ain't for me. Like,
brutal.
It was raw.
It
back
was.
then.
It was
It's
brutal.
a lot more progressed today, but it wasn't regulated much at all back then.
No, they didn't. Because it's like this. How can you create rules for something that you don't even understand yet?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was basically
Growing
just the
pains.
freest form of
And
fighting.
if you know anything
Yeah.
about wrestling, you know Ken Shamrock was the one who used to be punching himself in the face. He used to wear the little gloves and stuff like that.
Oh, I
he used
think
to
I
be
remember
doing
a
that
little
like,
bit.
yeah. So that's where I got my first taste of that.
I ain't getting into wrestling until like Stone Cold.
He was around that time. He was that time. Ken
you
Shamrock
know,
was that
see,
time.
I
So
think I remember.
Ken
but
Shamrock
I'll have to see a picture.
to me, Ken Shamrock was people try to get
The Rock.
He was the Goldberg of the WWF. What Goldberg was to WCW, you know what I'm saying? He just gonna come out there in his draws, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And he just gonna
The
get it
last
to you
shorts.
raw. Yeah,
Yeah,
he just gonna
facts.
get it to you raw. Like he was the Goldberg of the WWF. If you know who Goldberg was,
Yeah, I know who Goldberg was.
he was the Goldberg of the day. You didn't, you know, at one point you start seeing Goldberg all the time. He wasn't fighting as much, but when he did, he was gonna show out. That's how Ken Shamrock was. So a lot of people didn't catch Ken Shamrock because he was still going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But when he gave you that show, he gave you that show. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I think one of his he got fined because he actually broke somebody's arm in the ring, forgetting that he was wrestling and
And not competing. Yeah, that's wild.
He was tapped in.
That's wild.
yeah. But you know what I'm saying? We going with this now. I wanna bring it down, son. Right?
Okay.
I'm still gonna get opinionated, but because I want to get out the financing thing, because like you said, it's not about the money, right? But with certain things in life, what's the hardest thing in life for you right now?
Not enough hours in a day, man. Like that's the hardest part because I squeeze every drop out of every day, and if I could squeeze more, I would. But my body gotta rest.
I was just about to say, do you get good rest?
I get enough to function,
Okay.
and I take a power nap and get right back to it. You know what I mean? I gotta work. I gotta work hard.
Can I ask you what you think about society right now, man?
Like, in
Just with everything going, like our beliefs, what people believe in now, how we moving. Like I was telling somebody, I remember back in when we was in high school, you know, 2000 between 2005, 2009, 2010, you know, whatever. I feel like we had morals. I don't think the world have morals anymore for the most part.
them young niggas stepping for real now. I'm not even gonna cap, bro.
They
Like
don't
when
give
I
a
was in
fuck.
school, bro, it wasn't like that. Like, nah, like, bro, nowadays, bro, just cause he young don't mean he ain't moving for real. Like,
Yeah.
that it's really wild. And I mean, like, even the whole like rap culture, like the younger they are and really living what they doing, the more respect they get and the more attraction the music get. Like,
I
mean,
remember. I remember at one point we really ain't know if a nigga really was about it or not with the
Right,
music. We
facts.
really didn't know.
No,
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have people putting them out on Front Street and stuff like that, but we didn't care either. We just respected what they was putting out for us. Like now, and this me, I don't respect about rap music that you got to really, and I might be hated for this, but I hate the fact that we at a point now where niggas can't just give us the art. You know what I'm saying? You got to be about it. You got to have that rap sheet. And it's niggas that we know who really got that rap sheet and telling those niggas, yo, just rap. Just do what you doing, bro. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we the only, rap is the only genre where you got to really live what you rapping. But people don't understand, like, it wasn't always like that. Eazy-E did what he did, but he didn't do everything he was talking about. Ice Cube damn sure didn't do everything he was talking about, but he's still considered a great. You can't be a great now unless you really done killed a nigga. I don't respect that.
Still active and still calling
You know
shots.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
like,
I don't
still,
respect that.
Yeah, like it's
You know
wild,
what I'm saying?
bro. It's wild. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't respect it because I think that element of an artist is what makes us attracted to that artist. Like we gravitate naturally towards somebody that's rapping it and we can tell they mean it. We can tell they lived it. Like it's something about the authenticity of that artist and that lyric, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You can feel it, you can recognize it, and you can see it when you watch them videos, bro. You can see it in them niggas' eyes.
That's cool. And that's cool.
For real.
You know, that's definitely cool because I ain't like NBA Youngboy. That nigga like the devil
Dog,
himself.
listen, bro.
The devil
you can
himself,
say what
boy.
you want, but bro, listen, it's a reason that since he dropped that 38 baby, bro, it was authenticity in the way
Oh,
he was saying
and I fuck with that.
everything
You know
he
what I'm
was
saying?
saying.
But I think
You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is with that, you know, allow that man to grow. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't allow our rappers to grow in this community. You know what I'm saying? And if you want this rapper to live that authenticity and be all of that you want him to be or what he rapping, then when they die, stop the violence. That's the part I'm saying I don't respect. It's contradictive. You see what I'm saying? We on Facebook, we'll see two niggas going back and forth. These niggas don't like each other, and we indulging, we sharing it. We want the other nigga to see it. We do all that, but then one of them kill each other. Oh, we gotta stop. No, don't do that. Don't do it.
Hindsight is always 20/20.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it don't change the fact that we enjoy that music and that artist.
Oh, I love that part. Yeah, I love
Man,
that.
I be
Legitimacy.
speeding down the
I
road.
tell
with
people,
that
like,
boy.
I need it. That's what I train to. If
Listen,
I ain't had
I ain't
that, I wouldn't be working the way I work.
I ain't putting my business out there, but I got people who can vouch for me. I really done touched some things, right? And I really done did some things, right?
yeah.
So when I hear that music, it put me
resonates
back.
with
you
because
feel
that's
me?
the
And I ain't
roots
lying about nothing.
of
You
the
know what I'm
culture.
saying?
Yeah.
But
The music.
But I'm still somebody who have done that though, and I respect if that man say, you know, that ain't me. I'm rapping it. I might not say, oh, you ain't. I don't even want to use the real.
But as soon as he
word,
get his
but-
card pulled, it's over. His career done.
Yeah.
But niggas but now they getting their car pulled for stupid shit. It's 10 niggas jumping on one nigga. Now he ain't a real nigga. Come on.
Yeah.
Go one-on-one with him and see what happens. You know
Man,
what I'm
it's
saying? If we all jump on one person, we want to consider he ain't about that. I can't really say he ain't about that life. We had an advantage.
Yeah.
We had 20 feet on this nigga head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go one-on-one. You feel me? And see what it's gonna be. That don't mean sometimes you gotta be smart. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta know when to get out the fire.
But
You know?
I feel like his live by the gun, die.
But yeah, man, like it's crazy. But I'm looking at the time, man. I hate that we gotta go, bro. I hate that we gotta go, but I know we gotta get to work. Everybody got something they
Back
gotta
to the
do, bro.
grind, yeah.
But I want to say once again, bro, from opinionated as fuck, no longer humble. Paper old Cloud 80 got the sauce. Journey Traverse.
You feel me?
We appreciate you, bro.
Thank y'all,
Always.
man. Thank
We
y'all
want to
for the
give you
love,
your
man.
flowers now before anything happen. Stay safe out here.
You know what?
Stick to what you're doing, bro. Nothing but love, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's
Great
Waller,
love,
bro.
man.
That's
Yeah.
Waller.
Appreciate y'all, man. Very, very much.